All right, TV6 Aurora here with Michael Sweet from Stryper.
Hey everybody, how are you?
This is probably the one interview I've been wanting to do for many years. We've seen you at the House of Blues, well, every time you've been here, the last two tours.
Yep.
And, you know, we were way up in the balcony.
Right.
And when I saw you were playing here, the very worst case will be closer here than than at the House of Blues. So.
Are you live closer to this venue or
yeah,
House of Blues?
actually.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm in a cover band, and we played here once, opening for like
All
5
right.
bands. So I knew how good the sound. I don't know if you. It's
Yeah, it sounds
really good
great. I
sound
mean,
in there.
we sound checked and everything sounded great. We had a couple little issues, but due to some new gear and whatnot.
Yeah. Speaking of gear, that's one of the questions. I like to follow the gear that you guys are using. The
Yep.
first time you had a whole PV rig, everybody.
Yep.
Guitars, amps, basses, and,
Right.
and then it was line 6.
Yep.
Do you have a preference? I know. I mean, the modeling versus the real stuff.
Yeah, I prefer real stuff. I mean, Line 6 is cool for what it is. I mean,
have a
they
pod
have
myself.
the market down on modeling and, you know, all that technology and that whole thing. But there's nothing like plugging into a real amp.
Yeah.
You just can't. You can't model. You can try and come close, but you just can't model the reaction that tubes give you.
Right.
You know,
Well,
in the
would
power
know.
tube section, the distortion when you crank the amp, you can't model that.
What are you using now? I mean,
right now tonight I've got a Marshall.
the Marshalls.
But I'm really using it just for power. All my distortion and all the tone that you hear is going to be from all the pedals that I'm using, and it's primarily Tech 21.
Oh.
Yeah. So I love their
saw
stuff.
an orange. You were on your website. You had a little video trying out that orange head.
Awesome head.
Which
yeah.
was cool.
That's an incredible head. A Thunderverb 400.
Until I looked at how much it was.
Oh yeah, they're like $4,500 retail.
I couldn't believe what I was seeing there.
But they're a great head. But you know, the problem is we're a band that, you know, we need to work with companies that want to work with us and that are going to they're going to be willing to go out and, you know, do ads and promote the band
Right.
and whatnot. And that means a lot to us. We want to have a two-sided relationship, not just a
absolutely.
one-sided relationship. So it's hard to find companies nowadays that are willing to do that. If you're, you know, Lady Gaga or, you know, selling out arenas or whatever, it's very easy to get a company to do
Right.
that. But for a band like us, it's a little more difficult.
Do you like working with the smaller companies? The Tech 21.
I love Tech 21 stuff. They're not really, I wouldn't look at them as a small
Well,
company. They've come a long way, but
yeah, that's true.
they're a great company. And I love the sound of their products. They make pedals that are all analog.
Right. Right.
No digital, and they sound warm and fat.
It's got to
you
be
know?
challenging trying to get your sound, because you definitely have a sound on
It's
all these different rigs. You still try to get the same tone out of these things? Is that the
Totally.
goal?
Yeah, and you know, it's very similar out of all the rigs, but the differences are the sound of the amp, obviously.
Right.
Different tubes, different circuitry, different speakers. So, you know, those are the variances. But I prefer, personally, I like plugging. There's nothing like plugging into a Mesa Boogie power section. The 6L6.
Yeah. Is that what you used in the old days?
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
we used in the old days, and I still use it. I have a couple Mesa Boogie rigs. There's something about the 6L6 power and the transformers they use that gives it this real fat, saturated, in-your-face kind of tone.
Do you use it to record and everything?
Yeah, I've used
Yeah.
Boogie many times to record. Now, on the last record, I didn't use Boogie at all. I used on my solo record, which you haven't heard yet. The tones
Which
are really cool.
I am anxiously awaiting.
I used an amp called Splawn. S-P-L-A-W-N.
Heard before.
Yeah, and his name is Scott Splawn, and what he did was he was modding Marshalls for years, and he got so popular, and so, you know, people wanted him to mod their Marshalls, and he started making his own line.
Wow.
So it's like a modded Marshall. It's almost like if you crossed a Boogie with the Marshall. You get the
Handmade.
mid-range of the Marshall, but you get the saturation of the Boogie.
Oh, wow.
A lot more gain. So it's really cool.
That's when is the solo album? Is that? I know that's soon. I follow you on Twitter. By the way, I only have 3 Twitter followers. Lance Armstrong, Eddie Trunk, and you. Because
Well, thank you,
I don't
man,
know,
for following me. Thank
your
you.
tweets are perfect. That
Thank you
sounds
very
weird,
much.
I know, but
I tweet a lot, but whatever.
yeah, but it's good stuff. Makes connects
Yeah.
people in
Cool.
ways. Yeah, we've been following you. Ever
I like to
since
keep
day
people
one.
informed, you know, keep them up to
We
date.
like
But
to know what you're
the
doing.
Splawn amps are amazing. They're amazing. I tell you, if you ever plug into one, you'll love it. I guarantee it.
have to go check that out on Google.
And they're reasonable. You can buy one for about $1,700.
Yeah, that's about normal for a decent head.
Yeah.
Book. I've been reading a lot of these. I got an iPad, and I wanted to start reading these iBooks, and I read Dave Mustaine, all these guys. Everybody who has one, I read.
Yeah.
And yours, when you announced I thought, oh, this is going to be the best one of all. So when, not to put the pressure on you, but
it's hopefully going to come out probably September, October for the book.
Fall thing?
Record August, September. So the record first, then the book.
I can't wait. You're going to do some tours for the record?
I hope. I hope so. I mean, I'm not sure. I mean, doing a lot of Stryper stuff right now, touring, a re-record record. We're going to start on a new record eventually. So it's kind of hard. It's difficult sometimes to do outside projects when you're that busy with the band. So I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Well, we don't want to keep you because we know. Sure, you do it.
Are you familiar with Richard Christie from Howard Stern?
Oh, yes, of course. Yeah.
Have you ever talked with him?
Yeah.
Okay, I was just wondering. I sent him a lot of footage of different stuff.
Oh, yeah, he's a big fan and
great
drummer. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he loves you guys.
Yeah,
that's why I wanted to bring it up.
He's a huge fan. He's a great supporter, man. A really cool guy. Always talking about us, and awesome guy.
Yeah.
The cable guy.
Yeah. I was kind of hoping you never talked to him. I was going to get a shout out to him
man,
and send
sure,
it to him.
absolutely.
But,
he's awesome, man. As a matter of fact, he and I were talking. I was putting together a band. I'm trying to put together a band for touring, and he and I mentioned to him, and he mentioned that he was interested in the possibility of playing with me as well. So that would be cool.
Awesome. Is that a show you might ever go on?
Well, it'd be a tour. We'd go and do a tour.
No, the Stern show.
Oh, yeah, of course. We did Stern back in 91.
You did?
Yep.
Okay.
We did.
I'm surprised Richard hasn't pushed more to get you on.
Well, you only have so much pull,
Yeah.
He may not have any. I mean, you know. But who knows?
Okay. I swear, you guys are got to be his top 3 bands for sure.
Yeah, man. He's really been very supportive over the years.
Very cool. I just had to ask you. I never get another chance, so I thought I'd ask you.
All right.
Thanks, Michael.
All right, guys. Hey, God bless you. Thanks for the time, man. All right.